Hey guys, it's the Friction here, Tiger Tank 12, however you call me, I don't really care. And welcome back to World of Tanks, and today we have a little bit of a breaking news segment. We're gonna have a look at a preview of the brand new game mode, the Last Waffenträger, or the mode, and we're gonna check out the overview that Wargaming have just announced and released on YouTube. We're gonna check it out, we're gonna watch it together, and then I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of my idea, my viewpoints. This is the first time I will have seen it as well, and basically it's kind of my reactions to it. So you know what, let's just jump right in.
Greetings, Commanders. Intelligence helped us locate the rogue engineer Max von Krieger, formerly known under the name von Hoffman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start real fast. So, okay, this is pretty cool that they are kind of making a story out of it. That this Max von Krieger is kind of the guy, the mastermind behind the German Steel Hunter tank. So that there's kind of a backdrop.
He's presumably developing a new type of weapon with excellent combat potential. And considering his specialization,
well, that looks pretty cool.
It's based on electromagnetic technology.
Okay, I know where this is going, I think.
By us to be potentially dangerous and opposite of both our and our allies' interests. Command has decided to form a special Harrier Squad with the goal of disarming a possible aggressor.
Those are like
and
T-55s, right?
Capturing the technology. To complete the mission, all of you will receive a special vehicle.
So it's like 7 players versus 1 Waffenträger?
The vehicle is a modified T-55.
Wow, that looks super cool.
With additional electromagnetic shell accelerators in the gun's bore.
Look at the gun.
To activate the electromagnetic accelerators,
okay, this looks really cool.
Unit,
the generator in the back.
Received from our allies is mounted on the vehicle's hull. The unit is empty at the beginning of the battle, and you can't deal meaningful damage to Krieger's vehicle.
Okay, so there's like a charge button.
Will not be alone. There'll be autonomous combat vehicles on the battlefield. They arrive in squads. After they're destroyed, the last destroyed enemy drops an energy pack that looks like ball lightning. Get close to it. The Impulse 1 will consume the energy, restore your hit points a bit, and increase the firepower for all vehicles on your team.
Oh, that's cool.
Additionally,
so that's the charge on the side.
Will increase the time left for the mission. When the power unit is fully charged, the engineer's position will be revealed on the map. You'll also gain access to the charge mode, which will grant the vehicle additional acceleration for a short amount of time. Your main target is the engineer and his vehicle based on the Waffentrger E100.
Okay, there it is. Wow, that looks cool.
Intelligence indicates that the main location of Krieger's activities are Fisherman's Bay, Studzianki in Redshire.
Fisherman's Bay, Studzianki, and Redshire.
Is equipped with some kind of electromagnetic field that improves the vehicle's defenses.
Does somebody get to play that thing?
Only the field gets damaged. You can't damage the internal or external modules, nor stun the crew of the Waffentrger. You should also note the enemy's firepower. The Waffentrger needs just a couple of hits to completely destroy your vehicle. The engineer's vehicle has 2 technological features. The first one is the EMP arrow. It's a high voltage charge that deals a small amount of damage and disables your electronics when it hits you. This will slow you down for some time and decrease your vehicle's characteristics. The second ability is the EMP burst. It disables the electronics for everyone in the...
I'm just gonna stop it real fast. Oh. I'm just gonna stop real fast. It looks really cool. The Waffenträger design with these like electromagnetic things on the side and the generator looks really cool. And like the ability that it has, they sound cool as well. I mean, the T-55s with the ability to recharge or like charge up the damage meter. I think this is something really cool that World of Tanks probably should have had sooner. like such events, because World of Tanks and Wargaming, they've been trying out different things with bots, and I think this is like basically something that they have been thinking about for a while now. But it's a good way to return the Waffenträger of E100 back, because obviously it is a tank that a lot of people miss, but it was way too overpowered at tier 10, and it just didn't have a place in the game at its point in time. And now bringing it back in like a PvE, PvP kind of mode seems to be quite cool. And to be fair, it looks really, really nice. So maybe it could be a good kind of substitution. And yeah, let's just check it out more.
It can pass through obstacles.
Now look at that special effect.
It also causes significant damage to the nearest vehicles.
So you have 3 lives,
Careful.
as it turns out.
Remember, each of you will have only 3 attempts.
Look at that. Look at that beast. Chasing down those T-55s.
An autoloader. An electromagnetic field.
6 shells, 3,200 HP worth of damage.
Unique abilities.
Ah, I remember this tank. I remember it in its glory days. What are the rewards? Let's see. Do they tell us anything about the rewards?
In the last Waffentrger game mode, players can not only play as Harriers, but as the Waffentrger itself.
Nice.
Complete special missions and earn keys to do so. Keys can also be received in the premium shop bundle.
Oh no. Special footlockers. Oh no. Okay. So the cool thing is that people can actually play the Waffentrger, so you'll be able to play this tank again. For all the people who have never really played the Waffentrger, that obviously is something, you know, that is probably going to be super exciting. I'm not sure if it's going to be playing exactly as it did previously, you know, like 6 years ago, but it will probably be very similar in its gameplay style.
Complete special missions.
They're going to be adding loot boxes, and you can see that already there, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll get to that in just a second. Let's just finish this video, and I'm gonna stop it at one more point if it's like, you know, really important that we can talk about it, but other than that, we're gonna let it just play through, and then we're gonna have a little bit of a rethink and you know, a discussion at the end, and we can see what kind of a game mode it will be.
Keys can also be received in the premium shop bundles. Also, completing missions will earn you footlockers. Inside you will find credits, personal reserve,
a different box.
Garage slot, demounting kits, consumables, and days of World of Tanks premium accounts.
It's going to be the free-to-play box.
Footlockers also contain collection items.
That's cool.
They will show your progress. Complete the Harriers collection and Engineers collection to receive even more rewards.
Okay, that sounds cool.
There is also a special footlocker. You can purchase it in the premium shop.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about this. They're introducing premium loot boxes into World of Tanks, at least for this mode. We have had loot boxes at Christmas, and I've bought them myself, so obviously I have been guilty of them. But this seems to me like the first introduction to add loot boxes into the main game that maybe they're trying out if people will buy them. And I know from a personal standpoint that people will buy loot boxes, so that they maybe will add loot boxes into the game for new vehicles. And I'm thinking that the rumor was that they're going to be adding a T-77. That's the T-54 Premium Edition, like the T-54 E1, the American Tier 9 heavy autoloader tank before the T-57. There were rumors that they're going to be adding that thing into loot boxes. And I think we have just been confirmed in that thing. But let's watch it.
The rewards from the special footlocker are more substantial.
Yeah, obviously.
Even more than that. you have a chance to receive one of the 16 Tier 8...
There we go. So they're going to be adding premium tanks in there, and if we take a look at them, T-77 is probably the one thing people will go for because it's the premium tank that you cannot buy, or it's the newest. The Löwe is very good. That's a very good premium tank. The HWK-30 is a very good premium tank. The Stridswagen is a good premium tank. That's a bad premium tank. That's a good premium tank. The Pershing always works. The FV is a good premium tank. The Revalorise is a good premium tank. The Kanonenjagdpanzer is a good premium tank. The STG is a good premium tank. Like, these are all good premium tanks except for maybe the VK. But other than that, I think most of these are good. But I'm not certain that you'll be getting a premium tank from just a single box, because that would be crazy if the box would be like rather cheap. So I'm thinking you'll be getting other stuff with it, and people will be trying to get the T-77, and yeah, that might be a problem if they do not allow you the option to buy the T-77 out of the box without having to open the box. And yeah, people might just lose a lot of money there.
Premium tanks, including the new T-77.
There it is.
You might not know in advance what's inside the special footlocker.
Okay.
But you have the ability to reopen them.
Oh, reopen for 25, and then it. Okay, you have 3 turns to reopen them with the non-premium packages. So that's going to be 25, 50, and 100k probably. And here it's going to be 5 attempts to reopen, and it's probably going to be. Oh, I have no idea.
Reopened using gold. In addition, you will get 100 gold.
Now we don't know if the scaling is going to be like that with gold, because they haven't shown us that. But I could imagine that they're going to up it by 2 times the amount. So that's going to be 100, 200, 400, 800. I'm not sure, but you can reopen premium crates 5 times. Okay, so
once after the first opening of the special footlocker.
So you get 100 gold for
Another
each
challenge awaits
premium
you in the
case you get.
Last Waffenträger Event. If you're lucky, you may encounter a special Waffenträger of E220 in battle.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Won't be easy, but if you do, each member of your team will receive a
nice
worthy
paint job.
reward. Good luck, commanders.
So there's different rewards for that. That's pretty neat. So the event is going to start, I can tell you guys that much. The event is going to start on the 28th of September, and it's going to go through until the 12th of October. So you'll have about 2 weeks to play this game mode and get all the rewards that are out there. And I'm gonna tell you guys this much already. I'm going to be live streaming a lot of this probably. I'm going to be making videos about this because I want to get my hands on some of the rewards. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be buying them, the cases. We'll look into that, but I'm probably going to be taking part in this event because it looks kind of fun. And if it's just fun, I might as well join in, right? So, just 1 second. Let's see if there is some more information about this on the World of Tanks page, and then we can talk about it just a little bit more. So, I found some more information this time on the World of Tanks website, and as always, we're going to be adding everything into the description below, so you can check it out for yourselves. Read it for yourselves, because obviously it's always better to have the information on yourselves so you know what is going to come and what you can kind of expect right here. So if we look at this right now, it is a long article, as you can see. There's obviously a lot of work that Wargaming have put into it, and the most important part, obviously, the time when it's going to be starting. And you can see that the prime time, it's going to have a prime time. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Or 12 a.m. Central Time. And yeah, these are all American times, so that's not really that important to me. I'll just have to check when that is for me myself. So we're gonna have the Engineer Squad and the Harrier Squad. The Engineer obviously is Hoffman, Max von Krieger, formerly known as Hoffman. He's the one who is responsible for the Waffenträger, and the Harrier Squad is the special task force composed out of the T-55As. It's going to be a 7 versus 1 game mode, and the question that I had was, are people going to be playing the Waffenträger of E110? Okay. The tank is manned by a single player. All the other vehicles, the Sentinels, are controlled by AI, so that's quite interesting. There's someone sitting in a Waffentrger E100, and you'll have to fight him. So they're going to be the special Footlockers. That is the premium crate right there, and you can see, just as I mentioned, the reopening for the first and the second time is going to cost you 100 gold, 250 for the second time, and from the third to the fifth time it's going to be 500. It's not going to increase, but it's going to be 500 nonetheless. So you'll have the ability or the chance to get either one of these things. On slot 1 you have the okay, so you have 3 slots, and slot 1 and 2 can happen, but slot 3 is guaranteed. You'll receive 100 gold guarantee for opening a special Footlocker. So that can be either 150,000 gold credits, 250,000 credits, 350,000 credits, a demounting kit, like 1 demounting kit or 5 demounting kits, bonus. Let's face it, all of this stuff up here nobody cares about, because certainly you can get them just in the game. We all care about the premium tanks, so the probability that you'll get one of these premium tanks is probably going to be rather slim. I have no idea how many of them are going to be out and how much you have to pay for these gold packs. We'll have to check it out real fast. You know what, we're gonna check the premium shop right now, and we're going to go and look into it. So yeah, it's probably not out yet. Yeah, as you can see, it's not out yet. You can only buy the boys tank, and I'm not kind of in the mood to buy that vehicle, so that's not too important. But yeah, we don't know how much it's going to be, but the possibility to get one of these premium tanks, especially the new T-77, is going to be so slim. Kind of predatory things that Wargaming is trying out right here, and I'm not too sure if that is a good thing to add in loot boxes next to Christmas. Looks like they're kind of a little bit greedy. They saw their chance with this game mode and they went for it. So yeah. So there are going to be 2 types of Footlockers. The Harriers Footlockers and the Engineers Footlockers. And you can see that the Engineers Footlockers will be a lot more expensive to reopen, but we'll get to them in just a second. So there's going to be an event launch and keys, and these keys you'll be able to get by completing these missions. So as you can see, Lord of the Keys, one of the missions for random battles is play tier 4 to tier 10 and be one of the top 10 XP earners on your team in 5 victorious battles. So that's something that's quite easily able where you can do that. It looks like Wargaming really want to give us the keys, but we're not sure if these keys are something that you can use on the special Footlockers or if those are going to be different keys. But we'll check that in just a second. So first, let's take a look at the Harriers, the T-55 Thunderbolt, and it looks really cool. It's a real cool vehicle, and its basic attack is the Shock Bolt, the power of which can be amplified over the course of the battle. Its charge ability increases tank's mobility for a brief time, and as a cooldown, every T-55 Thunderbolt has 3 lives, including the starting one, which means it can respawn 2 times in a single battle. So you have 3 lives for every single tank in the game to try out to finish the Waffenträger. So how do you play that? You have to first probably engage the Sentinels, and then you have to defeat the Waffenträger. So fight in packs, coordinate the team's effort, as the chance of a single T-55 Thunderbolt defeating the Waffenträger are close to non-existent. Work together to destroy the Sentinels, assisting the Waffenträger. The final vehicle of each Sentinel group, which can be located in different spots on the map, will leave an energy pack resembling a ball of lightning. Please keep in mind that each group of Sentinels differs in strength. Driving into an energy pack will enhance the entire Harrier Squad, so you're not going to be just the only one who's receiving it. Everyone is going to receive that, boosting the damage of all tanks, restoring part of their HP pools, and giving a bit more time to defeat the Waffenträger of E110. Be cautious though, as the big baddie may try to prevent you from collecting an energy pack. So the Waffenträger of E100 at the start will already be roaming around, so you'll have to be careful that you will not get picked out while you are still quite weak at the beginning. The amount of electrical charge absorbed by the Harrier's tank is shown as powered amplified. Once it's maxed out, the contact effect activates, and the Waffenträger of E100 becomes completely visible for the rest of the battle, irrespective of distance and cover. So that's a very interesting kind of gameplay mechanic. The power amplified, if it's completely full, you'll be able to see it. Doesn't matter where it is. If it's sitting in a bush, if you can't see it, you'll be able to know where it is. Also, remember that as the Harriers, you will be fighting against time. It is important to survive long enough for your tank's gun to reach full power, but if the timer runs out, with the Waffenträger still operational, Krieger will win. You need to promptly overcome the Sentinel groups to gain power and become able to deal with the Waffenträger E110 itself. So the Harriers have missions as well, as you can see right here. They're like different missions to get like keys, and it's just a little collection. So the Harrier's Footlocker is basically the non-premium Footlockers, and you'll be able to get like large first aid kits, different bonuses like directives and stuff. So all in all, that's pretty neat. You'll still need a key to open each one of them, so keep that in mind. So the Waffenträger of E100 will actually be played by a player. To play it, you'll need a special key, and this special keys are rewarded for completing Harrier missions and reaching certain milestones of the event's main progression meter. Keys are also available as a part of bundles in the premium shop during this event, so that's kind of shitty, because people can just buy their way into the E100, the Waffenträger E100, but basically there is a key that allows you to unlock the Waffenträger of E100, and you'll be able to play it. So it has the Gun-Gnir, that's the same kind of just bolts that you have. Then you have, but you probably have more shells. Then you have the EMP arrow, which special ability can slow and stun targets, while the EMP burst is a devastating area of effect weapon. So that's pretty cool. On top of that, the Waffenträger of E110 is immune to fire damage to modules and tracks. Also from Krieger placed several groups of AI-controlled Sentinel vehicles around the map that will assist you in spotting the Harriers and doing some damage. Okay, so you have some support with those things. So basically, if you're playing the Waffenträger of E100, your objective is to destroy all the enemies, but it's not invincible, so you have to survive. Then there is the Engineer's Footlocker. Those are obviously the Footlockers, or let's just say the crates that you unlock by playing the Waffenträger of E100, and they include, you can see, premium days. They are actually better rewards than the other Footlockers, because obviously it's more difficult to play the E100, or to get to that, because you first have to play the Harbingers, and there is no premium vehicles in here, so that's a non-premium crate as well. And yeah, you'll need 3 keys. Wait 1 second, let's go over. You need a single key to get the Waffenträger of E110, and it's quite interesting that the logo is that of a Waffenträger of Panzer IV, because they obviously took out the old logo for the Waffentrger of E100. So I think they just added the tier 9 Waffentrger of Panzer 4 into it. So then we have the collection, which you pretty much progress by opening these boxes, and you'll get like one of these things maybe if you're lucky. And if you reach 10 or 20 or 30, you get all of them. You get like 3,000 bonds. That's pretty good. You get like 3 keys for like 20 achievements. That's pretty neat, and it's nice to have, definitely. Then you're going to be playing on Redshire, Studzianski, and Fisherman's Bay. So that's good to know. I think Redshire is probably going to be the map where you can move around easiest without getting, you know, way too close to an E100, or maybe Studzianski. Yeah, so there are going to be medals for defeating or, you know, just playing this game mode. If you achieve a single victory over E100 110, you'll be getting the loss of voltage. If you're going to be winning in the E100, you're going to be Master of Lightning probably. And then the last one is for the Waffentrger of E220. And that thing will give you better rewards. Okay, so while you can take command of the Waffentrger of E110 with a special key, there's a version that only certain innocent wargaming employees and content creators can unlock. The Waffentrger of E120 has the same stats as the E110 but doesn't bear the same loot. It is a special version with a unique camouflage pattern so you can easily identify it. Should you encounter it during the special prime times, if you and your team manage to triumph over the E220, everyone on the team will receive a special Footlocker. They contain even bigger rewards, including premium vehicles and a chance to get the new T-77 heavy tank. So there's an opportunity for you if you cannot buy these Footlockers, because we don't know how expensive they are. If you manage to fight against the E220, and you manage to win, you'll get like the premium crate. So a single Footlocker will need 1 key. Okay, along with the special Footlocker, special bundles include keys that are required to play as the Waffentrger of E110. So you'll need the Footlocker and you'll need the key to open them. I think that's what's going on right now. This is the T-77. We have had some previews of this vehicle, and you can see right here it is pretty good. I think in general stats, it's going to be a heavy tank. I think, yeah, tier 8 premium heavy tank with an auto loader system, and yeah, I think you don't have to say much more about this vehicle. Maybe we'll do a preview if we're able to get it, but I'm pretty damn sure we're not going to be able to get this vehicle. So, that was a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of ground, but I think this event is going to be quite interesting. The rewards obviously are going to be tailored in the direction of, let's see if the people are willing to spend money to buy another premium tier 8 vehicle. But I think the game mode might just be something new that can get people more interested, but that's maybe about it. So I'd love to hear your opinion on this. What do you think about it? I'm going to be live streaming this as soon as it comes out. I'm going to give you guys a schedule next week because I wanted to start live streaming anyway, and then we're going to cover this, right? And I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you did, as always, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.